Welcome to AVA Live Radio. This is your host, Jacqueline Jax, for Behind the Music series. We are so excited you guys are here with us. We're going to be talking with some indie artists from all over the world, especially the artist lineup here today. Bandler Ching will be on, Garrett Band, Kelly Brogan, and Buddy Powell. Also, I'll be talking about some music marketing insider information at the end of the show that you won't want to miss, especially if you want to make money in the music business. That's right, guys. We are live from South Florida, and this is Behind the Music, episode number 350. Are you guys ready to kick it with a little song called Marionette? This is Bandler Ching. We'll be right back. That's Bandler Ching out of, and that was their song Marionette. Gotta love that, huh? Pretty cool music video for you up online on avaliveradio.com as well. If you want to know a little bit about Bandler Ching, they're actually in and out of London. That's why we're having a little trouble connecting with them today for the show, but hopefully we'll get them on the line here in just a second. They live in London, and the music scene is all right, they said, but there are lots of bands that call themselves rock, but their sounds tend to be more electronic than rock. Isn't that the funny thing? Because actually hearing them mention that it kind of goes along this trend that's been happening in the last 2 years where a lot of electronic music has become popular. And the reason why, I think, is because we're seeing that people are actually selling a lot more electronic music today. And particularly through streams and things that you're seeing through like iTunes and the popular Spotify and, you know, stuff like that. The people who seem to be making money a little easier are like DJ kind of dance music. So electronic does kind of play a heavy influence in what people are wanting. And it really comes down to the party scene, right? I mean, whatever the clubs are dictating is pretty much what they're going to play, and then they're going to play what people are going to want to buy because they hear it at the club. So it kind of works that way. But you remember, guys, it's always a phase that we go through in music. And with the internet today, there's so much out there. I mean, when you think of the fact that on Facebook alone, there's like 500 million people actually connecting with just Facebook alone. That's craziness. I mean, that means that there's really a wide audience for everyone to take advantage of. It's not just about the clubs and the local band scene. Of course, it's really fun to play live, but sometimes you might have to move out of your local scene in order to find some really cool venues that you want to play live in. But that just doesn't seem to be the business model today. I think we got Bandler Ching in the check. Let's check them out and see if they're here. Hey, welcome to A.V.A. Live Radio.
Hey.
Hey there. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're all right. Not too bad. It's quite late here, so I'm kind of tired.
I can imagine. What time is it now?
Like 11. Yeah, 11 p.m.
You guys are you early sleepers?
We both go to bed at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, I usually sleep at about 4 a.m., but I've just done a lot today, so.
I love it. Yeah, I'm a 4 a.m. kind of girl myself. What does a typical day look like for you guys?
Hanging out, doing stuff.
What's with all the questions?
Do you guys have your own studio that you record in there, or do you?
It's like a home studio sort of setup.
Yeah, I mean, where we study, there's like a really good studio there. That's where we record in Marionette. But we kind of record dribs and drabs at mine and Jake's house.
Yeah, and then I like mix it.
Yeah. Jake's good at all the mixing stuff. He's got all the right gear for it, so.
Yeah, we got all the mics and, MIDI things.
Pretty cool. How did you guys get together?
Well, we actually came together, like we said before, at college. It's a music college, and, we were like rock music, so kind of, became friends, and from there on, we got, put into like bands and stuff, and we like playing with each other, so like, we just decided it would be good to, get a band together or something.
Yeah, why wouldn't you make a band out of that?
Totally, I get it. I mean, they're always talking about, when you get to see people like Willie Nelson, who are still on tour today, and he gets to actually choose his band members, and he says, you know what, I don't choose my band members based on, their expertise. I choose them based on the fact that I actually like to hang out with them, because if you're going to be on the road with anybody, you really, you can learn the music. You got to get along, right? And you got to like to be together. So it's good times for sure, and that's a good choice. Did you guys always want to do this professionally? Like everybody in the band, is this what you're doing, or are you guys doing other things as well?
I guess so. I mean, like since I was like a kid, like around 10, I wanted to, I was like 100%. I wanted to do music from like quite an early age. I played drums when I was like 6 or 7, and from there on, I was just like, I really enjoy this. Is something I have a passion for, and it's like, might as well continue.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is that because we're all at music college, we all know that it's something we want as a career. So. I don't think any of us ever have trouble thinking, okay, is music something that we want to do forever?
I kind of look up to my dad, because like when he was, younger, like in his 20s, and like sort of around, my age, like late teens or like whatever, He was in, loads of bands. He was like gigging for like years. I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, that's just something I, really, it's something I want to do.
Well, you guys sound great together. I love this song. And I think that it has such great potential to be not only, something, the U.S. loves things coming out of England. I mean, I guess I'm swayed because my mom's English, but I can honestly say that the talent is definitely there, and especially with you guys. So you've got a really good team. I don't know if, your producer had a lot to do with the sound, because I'm not really sure about the background. We've got to ask you that. But I love the direction. I love the direction. So whatever you guys are doing, you're doing a really good job. How do you feel musically here? How do you feel musically with this?
What, sir?
How do you feel about the music that you're just producing now? Do you feel like it's a really good sound to represent your band?
I mean, kind of like, what it's like when, you like mix something for a really long time, you kind of get sick and tired of it.
Yeah, I mean, being on the budget we're on, which is about, I don't know, £0 a month, Jake had to produce the track.
Yeah, I like literally sat down mixing it for like hours, like per day.
Yeah, so of course he's heard it over and over.
Listening to that chorus line over and over like drives me insane. I want to shoot.
I love it. That's hilarious. That's funny. So it's officially done.
It's run its course.
It is run its course, right? Yeah, I can totally get that. It's funny because when I used to do a lot of recording, whenever I would finish with a song, people would be like, do you ever want to go back and record it? And I know I could do it better down the road, but I always think, no, I just want to move on. I don't want to go back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a massive perfectionist, so I'll, be like, just picking out all the small little like things that nobody would like even notice. I'm always trying to correct them.
Yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, though, I mean, Marionette, is a song I do like.
I guess I'm pretty happy with it, but sick of it, yeah, but I guess I am happy with how it turned out.
Now, where does it fit for you? Is Marionette part of... I think I have a little bit of an echo. Do you guys have a screen open?
What, sir?
Do you have the screen open?
Yeah, we do have the screen open, yeah.
Yeah, you might want to close that or you're going to hear me like twice through the channel. So I'm looking at your website. Tell me where Marionette lies for you. Is it part of an LP, part of an album that you just released? I see that it came out June 14th. So is it just the single?
I mean, it was actually like part of a college project, and that's actually kind of how the band sort of, started taking things a little more seriously, and we're like, what, we could actually, do something with this.
Well,
great.
I wrote the song and I brought it in. It was just for a college project. We had to record a song and make a music video for it, and
we did just that.
Yeah.
So what, did you get an A on it?
We haven't actually got our grades back yet. We're waiting on that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You would think so. Okay, well, tell them that I said they have to give you an A. Tell them you got it on the radio.
Jacqueline Jax of A.V.A.
That's it. If they don't give you an A, then they're just biased. Just something wrong. Because you did a great job, and I really want to see more music from you guys. So when are we going to see more?
Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I was around Harley's place, and we were recording, laying down the drum track.
In fact, we're around Harley's place right now.
I love it.
But we're currently, trying to just record some demos. Just we want to get our songs, recorded. We want something to put out. Even if they're not, amazing, quality, they're still there. You know what I mean? So we're planning on just making a little demo EP maybe of a couple tracks we play.
Yeah, but I mean we actually kind of forget that we're still in the early stages of the band, really. Because we only started just over half a year ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months ago.
So I mean, of course, it's still very early days for us. But I mean, right as Jake says, right now we are in the process of doing a demo, a fair set of demos actually, and hopefully we'll get that out soon. Get some feedback from, the people who it matters from most, which is our listeners. And work on it from there and hopefully get into a proper studio and record them.
What a great song to start with. You know, you guys are kind of in a really cool position because you are just starting. I would kind of advise you guys to go down the road of crowdfunding as you start to collect fans, because the reason why is because the song that you started is so great, but you don't have anything else yet to offer. So like you said, you're going to be doing rough cuts, which is fine, and that's awesome, but you're kind of in a really good place to be able to do a crowdfund. And we've seen from crowdfunding, it doesn't take a lot of donations to be able to, you know, fund the next album, because some people give a lot of money. And it's a matter of if they love the name, they love the band, they like you guys, you're out there, you're around London or wherever, you know, you typically hang out, you only need so many to invest in your music. And crowdfunding also gives you guys a way to talk about the upcoming project. So it's not about really asking for money. It's more about, hey, we just released this great song. We really want to continue. This is what we have in mind, and we're going to crowdfund it. So come on, get on top of our fan base, you know, and get behind us. And I've seen, even though crowdfunds tend to start out a little bit slow, over the course of several months of doing it, maybe 6 to 7 months of you guys promoting that way, you will raise the money to do the album. And then that kicks off a really good business, you know, a business model for you moving forward. So I would kind of recommend you did it. You know, how do you feel about crowdfunding?
I mean, it's pretty hard, like, to, you know, get fans, and like on top of getting fans, it's pretty hard, you know, to get people to, you know, actually, you know, give money. It's a pretty like hard process. Like, I mean, sure, I think it'd be a great idea, but like, I mean, it's quite hard to attain the actual, like, enough fans that would be willing to do that.
But that's we're trying to gig as much as we can, is to attain those fans. And I mean, as I say, we're just playing as many gigs as we can to get those fans. I'm not as clued up on crowdfunding as Jake is, but yeah.
I'll definitely tag you guys up in some crowdfunding projects that are out there from A.V.A. Live Radio community, and you'd be surprised. Watch them. They don't have a lot of followers yet. They're pretty new, and they're already doing really, really well. I think that, you know, the song is that good for you guys, and it represents a direction that I think that, you know, is worth pursuing. So therefore, there will be fans for it. And as you go along, you know, when a fan first comes on, they're going to be like, wow, I really love this. I want to see more music. And yeah, I'd love to get the CD. So let me just go ahead and buy it now so you guys can go make it, you know. And it's just really that easy. You'd be surprised. You might just want to give it a try. You know what I mean? So tell me now about how the local scene is for you guys playing out. So when you do play this music out, I would imagine that you've got your song and then you do a lot of covers. But do you find there are a lot of places to play in London for your style music?
I mean, first, we don't really do too many covers. Like, I think we have one cover at most, but like even that, we made it like our own style. It's actually called Dirty by Jason Derulo.
So you have,
terrible song.
Do you have that much original music already practiced?
What's that?
Do you have that much original music already practiced?
Yeah, we've got about, you know,
half an hour's worth, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked Dirty, I'd say about 20 minutes.
Well, we got about, you know, 6 or 7 songs, like originals. But like on top of that, I've also got, you know, a lot of songs I've like written by myself. We've also got a lot of songs like in progress, like in development. But we're talking like 6 or 7 like finished songs, like originals.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm excited for sure. I can't wait to hear them. Have you guys got any like inspiring stories so far? How did each one of you get inspired to get into music? Like, who do you typically listen to?
Unfortunately, it's only 2 of the 5 here today, but we can give you an idea of.
I mean, when I was a young boy, my dad used to play like a lot of rock records and stuff, particularly like, you know, bands like Guns N' Roses. I mean, of course, like I'm not a big fan of GNR anymore. I mean, I think they're a great band. They're always going to be, up there because they were like the first band that I like properly loved when I was like 6 years old. All that stuff like really just made me want to be a rock musician. How about you?
Well, I mean, with me, my kind of start in music was actually quite late. Up until I was about 13, I mean, I listened to music and I liked it, but I don't know, I never really thought about it all that much. And then when I was about 13 and I was in school, I saw this guy performing in a school assembly, and he was playing the drums, and I just thought, wow, that looks pretty fun.
Yeah, that guy's cool.
Yeah, that guy's cool. And then I got behind the drum kit at school and I just started whacking stuff. Probably sounded god awful, but I mean, I played the drums and I was like, wow, that feels great. I'm going to come back here every school lunchtime and do that. And I got my start into music at that angle really. And I think from then on, searching up drum influences, I mean, I already liked some bands and stuff like that, like Rage Against the Machine, Red Hot Chili Peppers, that kind of stuff. But then when I started drumming and I learned about more drummers, I started listening to groups like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's kind of funny actually because I actually started out as a drummer. Like when I listened to all those old bands, like I didn't really think of myself ever being like a singer or a guitarist. And I picked up the drums from an early age, like when I was like 7 or 8. I think I said it before. I don't remember. But around when I was like 13, or like 14, I started listening to bands like probably my biggest influence, Nirvana, of course. I started listening to Alice in Chains, like Stone Temple Pilots, like all those sort of 90s, grunge bands. That's what I was really into at the time, and that really kind of helped, make me want to. I looked at like Kurt Cobain and like Lane Staley. I was like, wow, those guys they're so cool. Like, I made me want to be a singer and guitarist. I just thought like the whole thing was cool. And more recently, I'm still getting influenced by like bands like badass,
I hear you. You guys have some really good inspirational names to throw out there for sure. So it's always good to study the best. And Nirvana was amazing. It was just such a shame to lose him because he was just so, he not only inspired generations of music really, but he really always had such a confidence and such an amazing direction. You never knew what to expect. It was always surprising, wasn't it?
It was always something about his lyrics that just really kind of the ease of them.
Yeah.
To me, like I've always like looked at him and thought it was like just cool, like the way he presented himself, like on stage.
Yeah.
Like he just kind of like that I don't like give a damn kind of image.
Yeah, he just knew.
Like whatever.
I mean, I would have to say he would have known he was talented. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure people were just going crazy over him and telling him, every single day how unusually talented he was, because he really did stand out. And the music at the time, like right now, I think it still makes sense. But then it was a complete change. And I'm trying to think of what it was like when I first heard them. And it was kind of like the beginning of that, that era of grunge. And, so in a way, some people say that he actually changed the industry direction a little bit and influenced the sound.
I guess I'd agree with that.
Yeah, we're just kind of laughing because we kind of wish we knew what it was like, but we weren't even born then. So.
I was born. Yeah.
Right.
I was born in '97, so.
I love it. So you don't remember
but the first
what it was like?
It completely changed my outlook on music.
He was very, very powerful. One of my favorites for sure. Well, guys, this has been great. I love talking to you, and I really hope to see more music from you quickly. I'm get the rough tracks out there and definitely use it to build your fan base and get people knowing about Bandler Ching. I love the song that you have out, and I really do wish you such great luck with this music because, if you keep going, I think that you'll really have a good presence and people will really get to know your name.
Yeah, thanks. Well, if you want to get a taste of material, we've got a full-length gig on the YouTube channel, which will give you an idea.
Wait, you broke up just a little bit. What did you say about YouTube?
If you want to get a taste of more of the music that we make, we've actually got a full-length gig up.
Also, like, just, you know, out on our page, because we'll links to like our cloud and stuff. We've got, you know, we need to get stuff. We were recording quite like a lot of songs, literally like pretty much every original we did. We, you know, down tracks for it.
It looks like we lost them, guys, unfortunately. You know, the calling in from London, I think that they're just a little far away, but luckily we got in most of the interview, which is so, so cool. That's Bandler Ching on Behind the Music. I want to just point out, I think what they were saying is they have a YouTube channel where they are launching a lot of music. I'm actually trying to pull it up now so I can take a look for you guys, but it's all linked up on AVALiveradio.com if you want to go check it out. I was watching their music video for Marionette, which they did actually for a school project, guys. You don't realize this is a band in the making. That's why they are just, you know, it's so exciting because this Marionette is really the way they come out of the gate. Now, as they've said on the show, they have a lot of original music that they currently play and they work with and work around, and we'll be seeing a lot of that pressing out as I would say the next few months kind of come by us. But sounds like you need to stick close to their Facebook, their YouTube page, and also their Twitter so that you won't miss a single thing. I'm looking at the YouTube page right now for Bandler Ching, and that's Bandlerching, Bandler Ching. And they do have some videos already up on their playlist. Be sure to go check them out because they were just launched in the last, I know, like every month for the last 4 months. It looks like they've got some live gigs, an official music video, and some announcements from the band. Too cool. Gotta love them, and I wish them great, great luck. I'm glad they're part of our music community so we can stay close.